If this isn't a Profoto clone, I don't know what is. But who cares? It works great and it's 1/4 the price. Well, hello there. This is a Profoto B10X Plus 500 watt-second flash strobe. It costs $2,200. This is a Geekoto GT400 400 watt-second flash strobe. It only costs $500. You can buy almost 5 of these for the price of one of these. I like my morning voice where I talk like an announcer. Anyway, I just thought I'd say this because I bring this up real quick because I'm on the subject of flash strobes this week. And this one, when they created it, was obviously inspired by the Profoto. Very much Profoto-like. Look at the battery bump on top of the Profoto. Looks like the same battery. Notice the diameter of the tube. It's almost the same exact diameter. All the controls are on the back. They're very similar in many, many ways. This is 500 watt-seconds. This is 400 watt-seconds. You know, in the world of flashes, the difference between a 300 and a 400 and a 400 and a 500 is really not that much. The Profoto front is diffused and the front of the Geekoto is not. It's just raw light coming out of there. Notice how much bigger the handle is with the Geekoto. Ooh, it's got kind of a pistol grip, so you go pew, pew. This looks like a radar gun. I just noticed this does not have something this does. Notice these 2 holes in the back here. Those are trigger holes, so you can use an old school flash cord to trigger this thing. You don't even need a wireless flash trigger. You can just use a cord, just plug it right into a hot shoe, just old school way. I actually did that the other day with this thing. It worked. Because I didn't have my Geekoto trigger yet. It was still a day away from arriving, but I wanted to test this thing. So I just put a plug in here and just ran it to my hot shoe and flashed it. It worked. This thing, if you have any kind of modifier you want to put on here, you got to use the weird Profoto adapter. It has this clamp on here. It's kind of weird to use. I don't really like this. This thing comes with a Bowens mount ring in the box. You don't have to pay for it or anything. It just comes with it. You can move it forward or back on here, which is kind of cool. So you can have the light actually going into your modifier a little bit if you want. And then I get my favorite left photo reflector, which is the super intensifying reflector with the diffuser on the front. Put the diffuser in front of that. So, okay, so now we have diffuser in front of this and diffuser in front of this. This is 11.9. This is 11.9. So they are exactly the same. I got a 400 to match the output of a 500. Now, if you put these in a softbox, the Profoto with a single diffusion on the softbox is 11.7, and the Geekoto same softbox is 8.04. So they're not really that different. They're actually quite similar. And again, this thing costs $2,200. This only costs $500. Geekoto is pretty good. It's very well made. This is not plastic. This is some polycarbonate metal thing. It's very heavy duty. You can intensify this one too by using a reflector, adding a reflector on it. This is an OCF zoom. This is my favorite reflector for the Profoto because it's small. I like things small. And when you add this thing to the Profoto, this becomes 16.6. I've got another 400. You all know about the Neewer Q4. I like this because it's compact for fitting in a suitcase. It's very modular. This is the reflector that it comes with. So I'll consider this the bare setting. So just out of the factory box like this thing is 11.4, this is 8.04. But then again, this doesn't have diffusion on the front, so that kind of doesn't really, it's not really comparing it fairly. Adding the left photo with the diffuser on the front of the Q4 takes it from 11.4 to 16.6. That's more than a stop extra. So this thing, the Q4, the Neewer Q4 with the left photo reflector and the diffuser goes from 11.4 to 16.6. That is as bright as the Profoto with the OCF zoom on the front of that. Remember, this was the king of brightness a moment ago. This is 500 watt seconds. This is 400 watt seconds. But with the left photo, this one is now the same brightness with the diffuser on the front as the Profoto 500. with the intensifying reflector on the front of that. So this becomes the king of watt seconds versus power light output. You got only a third of a stop difference in a softbox between this and the Profoto. So this is $500. This, drum roll, $350 for a 400 watt second flash that's more powerful than this 400 watt second flash. I like to give you as many options as I can. Remember in the last video I talked about the Neewer Q200? The one that I like, the really well made, nicely shaped 200 watt second one. It has a diffuser on the front and it's not that bright. It's like 8.07 or something like that, which is about the same brightness actually as the Geekoto right out of the box with nothing on the front of it. But this is diffused. Now, again, you know how reflectors make things much more intense? Well, if you take a Profoto Magnum click, which is magnetic, and just click it on the front of that, now this Neewer 200 is the same brightness as the 500 watt second Profoto B10X Plus bare out of the box. This is a 200 watt second. And remember, this only costs like $280 or something like that, which is the lowest of everything I've showed you today. With the click Magnum reflector on the front is just as bright as the Profoto B10X Plus. Is a 500 watt second, $2,500 light. Pretty darn amazing, huh? That these are the same brightness if you're lighting up someone's face, just like this. Again, I like this thing. I like it. It's just so, and it's 200 watt seconds and it's affordable. The Geekoto GT400 is the exact same weight pretty much as the Profoto B10X Plus. It's just this thing is kind of clunky and big, and I don't know, I don't like clunky stuff. So you know what? I'm going to give this one away. It's a great flash. I have nothing against it. It's just kind of clunky looking. And even though it's trying to be like a Profoto, it's still kind of clunky. So I'm going to give it away at marcuspicks.giveawayenter.com. That's 2 dots. So there you go. All right, well, that's it. Thought I'd give you another comparison on flashes. There you go. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, have a good one.